We're 1 month deep into the 2017 Atlantic hurricane season, and so far Grenada has experienced two named tropical storms, Brett and Dawn. In an effort to ensure that the country continues to be prepared in the event of a natural disaster, the National Disaster Management Agency NADMA and the Department of Implementation in the Prime Minister's Ministry is embarking on a project from Black Forest to Butchgrove. In this State of Affairs feature, we tell you what the project is all about, how it's going to be implemented, and how it will benefit the lives of many. The Black Forest to Butchgrove route is one of the country's major roads connecting two parishes, St. George and St. Andrew, with many communities and villages in between. Known as Over the Hills, this path cuts through the country's main forest reserve, where the famous Grand Etang Lake is situated. To drive through the scenic 5,000-foot stretch of road is a breathtaking experience, but in the event of a natural disaster, heavy winds can force the breaking of trees and heavy rains can encourage landslides that have in the past obstructed traffic along the road.
We are what we call pruning the overhangings of the road. We are going, I think, some 10 feet from the center of the road on either side, I believe, standard from the entire 5,000 feet stretch that we're talking about.
In the event of a hurricane or adverse weather condition, the time we will have to spend cleaning the road for emergency vehicles to get help or get to either the north or the south of the island. So in that event, we will not have to spend hours cleaning for the emergency vehicle, as they will be able to move as freely as possible.
We have made complaint to the Ministry of Works put into the road, and one of the concerns they told us is the overhanging. And we tried to address it by, trying to get them to come out and, assist us in the fixing of the road. But they say unless like the overhanging don't cut, they wouldn't be able to do anything, and that does come in the right time for us all.
The Black Forest to Butchgrove Risk Reduction Project is set to take 6 weeks for completion. Partners in the venture include Grenada Electricity Services Limited and Flow, both of whom has service lines along the route. The Ministries of Tourism, Health, the Environment Department and Forestry are also part of the process. Her Majesty's Prison is providing the labor.
They would be assisting with the cutting and clearing of the debris and providing manpower assistance as well as some cutting as well. I should mention also that forestry is also on board. They will be spearheading the cutting. They are in charge of the forest after all, so we don't want to go contrary to what they would stand for.
It's no secret that the Grand Etang forest area is home to a number of varied species of trees and so must be protected. It is also home to one of the country's main forest reserve. If this is tampered with, then it can create an environmental disaster. This is something NADMA and the Department of Implementation is aware of, and so is taking the necessary precautionary steps to ensure the preservation of the trees. Forest officials are working closely with the project.
We are cognizant that we have to protect the environment, and as well we have to protect our tourist product.
Who goes back by the pine, once you cut the pine, die forever.
And is getting rid of the pine going to be a problem here, or is that something that we want to do?
It wouldn't be a problem because forestry, we already said the pine isn't really serving much of a great purpose, so we want to get it right also.
The whole project will make it safer, even like when the bad weather comes, if it comes, it will be better for us all. Because
when the area are exposed, the fauna will grow, and there's a lot of attraction. People love to see that. So it's a nice project.
With all bases covered, this project is already proving to be a success with work already in progress. With the passage of Tropical Storm Brett a month ago, there were landslides and trees falling into the road at various points. To prevent this from occurring again is what makes this project so important.
When we have a lot of rainfall, the amount of flooding that could be realized would be lessened because we have, channels open. Again, accidents could be prevented because these overhangings are cleared out of the way. If we do have an event, then we expect less flying debris, less things in the road. Things could be lessened overall.
This project
It's timely from a safety point of view, also with the aesthetics, because the tourists come and they like to see the green and everything. So we here working along with forestry and other stakeholders to make sure that whatever is done is in keeping with the whole pristine look of the rainforest.
It is hoped that this project can continue and not be a one-off event, as many reinforce the importance of such a venture. For State of Affairs, I am Abigail McIntyre.